Greetings one and all. Welcome back to my kitchen here today. Well, I'm going to be making a nice simple dish. Basically a goat meat casserole. And we're just going to simply flavour that up with a bit of sage, some juniper berries, and a bit of fennel as well. So as you can see here, first stage of this is I've got a kilo of my chopped up goat meat here, and that's got the bone in, and I'm just browning it off in two batches, so about half at a time. So I'll just finish browning them off, take the meat off the heat, and then I'll get back to you. Alrighty, so I've browned all that goat meat over here, as you can see. It's looking good. Now, just in that same pot now, I've turned the heat down a little bit and put a little bit of fresh oil in there. It's still smoking hot a bit. But I will start just get my chopping board here. And I will put my onion in. So I've got one brown onion there, just sort of chopped up. Right. I've also got 4 cloves of garlic that I've just given a bit of a bash with the back of my knife. I've got 2 celery sticks that I've just sliced up. 1 carrot that I've just sort of halved and sliced. And here I've got half a fennel bulb that I've just sort of roughly sliced up. That can all go in. Alrighty, once those veggies are sweated down a little bit, I'm now going to add here, I've got a good handful, like a big handful of fresh sage leaves that I've just sort of roughly chopped, as you can see. I've got here some tomato paste, and I'm going to put in a good couple of tablespoons. So. Now in my mortar and pestle here, what I've done is I've crushed up 10 juniper berries, and I used a bit of Maldon sea salt there as well to help, just help grind that a bit finer. That can go in. Get it all in. Give that a bit of a stir for a minute or two. Yeah, nearly forgot. A couple of small bay leaves as well. we're doing here is just cooking out this paste a little bit. Alrighty, that paste is sort of cooked out a bit, that tomato paste. So now we're just going to add, I've got here 1 cup of red wine. Thanks Mum for the donation. That's a nice yellow tail Merlot. Maybe too good for the stew, but it's going in anyway. So yeah, we'll just sort of, that'll help to glaze the bottom of that pot as well. So I'll just give that a stir and get all those bottom bits off. At this point, I know we added a little bit of salt with the juniper, but we're going to add a little bit more sea salt. Black pepper. We're going to get our fried off goat pieces back in there, along with any resin juices that come off them. Just gently stir that through. This is how simple this is, guys. I've got the oven preheating to 150 degrees Celsius, and I'm just going to whack a lid on this once I've stirred it up. I'm going to get it into the oven, and I'm just going to let that slowly cook away for a couple of hours at least before I check that meat, and I will get back to you then, or as we're checking it. Now keep a little bit of an eye on it. Hopefully it won't dry out, but if it does, add a little bit more water. If it's too sort of liquidy at the end, I'm going to be finishing it off on the stove top to evaporate some of the liquid off, so it could go either way. Play it by ear, but for now she's going in the oven. Alrighty guys, so I've just served up some of my goat and juniper berry, fennel, sage stew here. I don't know if you can hear that. As soon as I start the video, the Harley guy downstairs gets it going, which is good. Love the sound of a nice Harley. So all I want to do now is just sprinkle a little bit of parsley just for garnish over it, like so. A bit more, why not? And I've just got a little tiny wedge of lemon here, and we're just gonna just freshen it up with a little bit of fresh lemon juice. Alright. Alright, so I'm just going to try a little bit. So yeah, so as you can see, it's not a real gravy rich one. I did keep an eye on the liquid level, and I just basically let it nearly all evaporate. There's still a bit of juice there, not so much. Let's have a look at our goat there. It looks really yummy. It's just fallen to bits. Try a bit. Oh, yum. Ah, yum guys, that is absolutely delicious. Now as you can see, I've got a bit of rice to go with it, or whatever you got. Put some veggies, some mashed potato. Man, this is really good, and I'm going to sit down and finish this now. Alright, so thanks for watching, as always. Thanks for those who subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed yet, can I just ask that you hit that subscription button? It doesn't cost you anything. It just helps me out with enthusiasm levels, which are still high, so if you don't want to, no worries. Alright, I will see you all next time.